At the Republican presidential debate tonight here in Tampa, in our strategy session, joining us are two CNN political contributors, the Democratic strategist James Carville and the Republican strategist Alex Castellanos. He's here with me in Tampa. James, first to you. Is there any one thing you're going to be looking for in tonight's debate?
Well, I mean, look, honestly, we're really looking at Mitt Romney and Rick Perry. I mean, to be fair, every candidate out there is working hard and everything else, but I mean, this is where the focus of the debate's going to be. I think we're going to want to see how this sort of Social Security thing evolves. We're going to, we're going to see how Romney handles his 59-point economic plan, what Perry does. Does Perry stay in the same position he's been, which has been pretty hard, right? Does he try to soften? Does Romney go sort of against that? Does he portray himself as, I think, is the electable candidate, is Romney's message? All these questions we'll know at the end of the 2 hours a night. It's going to be a good night, big night.
It certainly will be. Alex, is there anything special you're going to be looking at?
Oh, I think so. You know, Rick Perry has had a good initial outing. And I think one thing we've learned about Rick Perry over the years is he's very consistent. We've seen who he is. We're going to see more of that tonight. He seems to, if you say hello to him sometimes, he'll attack you. He's a pretty rough political player. So I think we're going to see Rick Perry as that same strong, centered, conservative guy. But everybody else is going to be trying to biting at his heels tonight. This is going to be a catch Rick Perry night. Right now, these new CNN numbers, which are, I think, really important numbers, are saying that it's not a two-man race, that Rick Perry is pulling away from the field. We'll see how that evolves over a month once he's in the spotlight. But right now, Rick Perry's the man to catch.
Let's not forget, and James, you know this well, these are national numbers for Republicans.
Right.
Not Iowa, not New Hampshire, not South Carolina, not Florida. National numbers. If you believe the national numbers, Alex, you remember, Rudy Giuliani would have been president of the United States.
Early.
Hillary Rodham Clinton would have been president of the United States.
Right.
James, go ahead.
No, but I think there's something to this, and our numbers show this, as do all of the other good polls that are out there. And, he got in and went right into the lead and is staying there. And a lot of the people on cable television or editorial writers and stuff thought that Romney had such a good first debate, but they're not the ones that nominate the Republicans. The Republicans do. And it is pretty impressive. Perry's numbers can't be just discounted. I mean, they don't mean everything, but they mean something.
What does Mitt Romney, James, need to do tonight?
I actually think, the more I think about it, I think Perry got the best of the sort of Social Security debate because it looks like Romney's defending government. I mean, I think it's more important than Perry moderating his position on Social Security. I think if I'm Romney, I say, Rick brought up an important thing and spoke out on this. Now, I don't think we should, blah, 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 blah. But I think if he goes too hard on the sort of pro-Social Security side, that's going to be telling these conservatives that he's the kind of pro-government guy. Romney's whole message is, I'm the electable guy. Perry will make you feel great in March. I'll make you feel good in November. I don't know if he can carry that with these conservatives. I really don't. These polling numbers, I really do believe, I wouldn't be surprised if Romney won, but they mean something. And if I'm Romney, I'm worried about him.
What does Romney need to do tonight?
Well, I think he needs to drop the electability argument, because when the other guy's ahead of you in the polls and is performing better against Obama, the electability argument is just not going to work.
So how tough should he be tonight?
So he's going to be plenty tough, but he's going to have plenty of other people biting at Perry's heels, and they're not going to attack Perry from the left like James, I think, astutely pointed out. They're going to attack Perry from the right. Michelle Bachmann, Herman Cain, Santorum. Everybody's going to go at Perry tonight. It's going to be whack-a-mole Perry tonight. But they're going to attack him from the right. They're going to attack him on immigration. They're going to attack him on the health care mandate that Perry imposed on 12-year-old girls in Texas with the HPV anti-cancer vaccine. That's Perry's health care mandate compared to Romney's. So you're going to see people go tough at Perry on that. One thing that happens in these debates is the candidates tend to get small. They tend to pick at each other on issues, and they forget they're running for President of the United States. It's a big job. And they have to convince this audience tonight in this room, but also across America, that they can be as big as Franklin Roosevelt, Kennedy, Reagan, that they can lead this country to a better place, because right now, that's America's biggest fear. We're a country in decline.
James, quickly, because we've discussed this over these past several weeks, Sarah Palin, she's not in the debate. She's not running, at least not now, but her shadow still sort of hangs over to a certain degree. Is it too late, for all practical purposes, for her, even with 100% name recognition, for her to jump into this contest?
No, it's not too late, and I actually suspect that she will. And she's not going to run the campaign where she goes and gives an interview to Wolf Blitz and CNN and sits down with the Des Moines Register head board and puts out a schedule. She's going to do things the Sarah Palin way, which is a way that none of us are familiar with. But I suspect that she's going to get in this. I think that these candidates are getting a lot of attention, and they got something to say, and I think she wants to get in the middle of this little scuffle here, and I really do.
If she does, James, she's going to make Mitt Romney a very happy guy. She had split that conservative vote with Perry, be a big obstacle for him. I doubt she runs. I think Sarah Palin believes it's important to beat Barack Obama, and I don't think she thinks she can do it.
Let's see if she does, or she